So today we're going to look at how to troubleshoot a printer problem. Whether you work in an office, have a printer at home, or have used a printer in school, we have all encountered some sort of issue with them at some point, and today we're going to go over some of the common problems and how to resolve them. Some of the common printer problems that we run into are my printer won't turn on, my printer is out of paper, paper is caught in the printer or paper jam, printer only prints part of a page, blurry, or prints faded, and also we can see printer errors. Now this could be a printer error on the actual printer itself or on software on the computer. Step 1, we need to check the printer power. Does the printer power on? First, we need to make sure that the printer is on. When it is on, it should have some sort of light or LED, usually green, indicating it's receiving power and is on. If you do not have any indicator light, make sure the printer is connected to a working power outlet by verifying each end of the power cable. And after that, you need to next press the printer power button to make sure it turns on. Step 2 would be to check the cables. Are the cables connected properly? Now you should have two printers cables that will be used. One is the power cable, the other is the USB cable, or in some cases older parallel cable. Now note, the power cable should already have been verified as being connected. If your printer has a power indicator light on it, the power cable should be connected properly. The next thing you need to do is check the data cable, parallel cable or USB cable, to also make sure it's connected to the computer properly. Step 3, are you getting a printer error? After your printer has completed its initial startup, you should have a solid green light. If the light indicator is blinking or orange, often this is an indication of a printer error. For example, it could indicate a paper jam, an issue with the ink or toner cartridge, or other serious error. Because there's no standard to what a blinking light or orange light means, if you're getting either of these, I suggest you refer to the printer documentation to see what those errors are telling you. And again, this is kind of dependent on the manufacturer of the printer. Step 4 seems to be a somewhat obvious one, but can be easily overlooked. You need to check the paper. Without paper, your printer won't print, and you also need to make sure the paper is loaded into the printer cartridge or tray properly. Next, you need to make sure there's no paper jam, or if the paper is partially fed into the printer, it could lock up or jam. So if you have pieces of paper that are printed that are stuck in the printer, you need to manually remove these before you can print again. Step 5, check the ink. Ink is probably, besides paper, the most important part of the whole process. So you need to first verify that you have ink. Second, you need to verify that the tab that protects the ink from dispersing is not still on the cartridge. When they come in the box, you usually have a little tab to make sure the ink doesn't spill. You need to make sure that that's removed. Verify that the ink cartridges have been inserted properly, that they are clicked in, that they are installed as they should be. This could cause some major issues if you don't do that correctly. 3, if the lever has been changed from its original position, allowing the ink cartridges to be added or removed, ensure it's back in its original position. Step 4, perform a head cleaning on the printer if it's available. Some manufacturers built it into their printers so that you can clean the ink heads. Verify no software errors are occurring and print a test page to verify that the ink is working correctly. If you're installing non-manufacturer authorized ink, try to use the manufacturer's ink to see if that resolves your problem. This could be a simple answer, but you need to make sure that you're using the right ink. And lastly, step 6, just you need to test it. Most printers have a way of printing a test page. This allows you to determine if the printer is physically working or not. This test is usually accomplished by holding down a series of keys. If you're not sure if your printer has this feature or how to perform it, visit your manufacturer's website or check your printer manual to make sure that you have this available to you. In recap, we went through 6 different steps to progress through the troubleshooting process. First, does your printer power on? Is the cable plugged in? Do you get a light? Next, are the cables connected properly? Power cable and USB or parallel cable from the computer. 3, are you getting a printer error? Are you getting some sort of light, orange blinking light on the device, or any kind of indication that it might not be working? 4, check the paper. Make sure you've got paper and it's also properly inserted. Next, check the ink. Make sure the cartridges are there and installed correctly. And then finally, test it. Print a test page either through the printer or through Windows itself. That'll allow you to do that as well. For further troubleshooting, you need to contact your manufacturer for assistance. Visit their website, look at the manual, call tech support. They should be able to help you with any other issues. You don't want to end up like this guy with a hammer getting ready to smash apart the printer you probably paid at least $100 for. You don't want that. So if you want to check out the resources that were used in this presentation, you can look at Computer Hope. They're at computerhope.com. Also, any images that were used are from Google Images. You can check out google.com for those. So, hope this helps. Have a great day, and hope your printer is working fine by now. Take care.